The drivers, characters, and events in TOECAR are fictional. Nobody was harmed in the filming of this production. Now sit back and enjoy the race.
Welcome to Season 2 of TOECAR. Opening practice for the Goodies Trash Series rolling off as we speak. I'm Kyle, as always, here with the fellas. Fellas, make some noise.
Yes, no.
Stop yelling!
That was too much. Long practice session. We got to keep that energy rolling. As I mentioned before, I'm Kyle, as always. I'm here with Mike. I'm here with Matt. I'm here with Tristan. Gonna have a new season beginning
Kyle.
today. I am.
That was Matt.
That was
That's
Matt. That's Tristan.
I'm Mort.
Mike!
Well, that's everybody. Now that we got cars rolling, welcome. Season opening race at Daytona. New drivers, new teams, new paint scheme, and a really old looking Daytona. That looks a lot different than the last time we saw this place. But
Yeah, we use some really good technology to give Daytona a more retro feel. It's going to be a lot more challenging than before. It's not going to be holding their hands through every lap.
well, nonetheless, Mike, a brand new season begins now. We got people from the Cup Series, last season that made their way back down the Goodies Trash. We have brand new people joining the field, as you see one on screen right now. That's Lawful Allen in the 65 car. Gonna be a lot of new faces, a lot of new schemes. Forgive us as we try to learn everybody's car and paint scheme and so on. But we'll make that journey today. Hopefully you'll join us along the way.
Got a new face here. Is it Giuseppe or is it Giuseppe? I'm not too good on Italian pronunciations.
This is, in fact, Giuseppe Gabaguli. As a New Yorker, I'm legally obligated to know Italian-sounding names. This car looks pretty nice. Wasted absolutely no time getting out on track either.
Oh, we got a bunch of them going to be coming out here. We got one joining the track there. Looks like that's going to be Andrew, fresh off a demotion.
Loser.
He did get fired from the Cup Series, kind of, but he did get a promotion from being unemployed to the Trash Series, so I feel like it's a win-win.
Speaking of, there's Dub, fresh off his tornado at Kansas.
He came awfully close to doing what the late Slim Slady did. Here's hoping that we avoid things like that this season.
Rest in peace.
But knowing that we still have menaces like him in the field, who knows?
Here's one to look out for. This guy, I don't know if you would call him a guy. He's a deer. And I don't trust his crew chief either. I think he's got something out for him.
Now, he's very lucky that these cars don't have real lights, because if he saw a pair of headlights, you know he would just stop in his tracks and stand there stoically until something else happened.
Has he considered
And,
night races?
That's a good point. I didn't think about the night racing part, but to go back on what you were saying there, Matt, I know I would hit him straight on if he was just standing in the middle of the road. He just has that face that you just want to drive a car into him.
Thank goodness he's not in the same series as Babe Juth, because if that was the case, this man's life expectancy would be like 2 minutes.
Speaking of driving into things, this guy could drive straight into a tornado with this machine. We got Weed Trimmer, Storm Chaser in that very armored car.
You know, we'll have to stop here because we have to deduct a few points. Not literally, but just figuratively. This car's numbers are so far towards the front and top. Like, it's shocking. I looked at this car several times down in the garage area. I had to figure out what the story was. They told me they don't know, so I don't know. So now you don't know.
Do we even know what this car is made out of? It doesn't even look...
It's
Doesn't
titanium,
look like
I
a
think.
stock... Titanium?
Something hard.
Yeah, a short conversation with, like Kyle said, we talked to his team, talked to his crew chief, 4-stroke, 2 horsepower. It's mainly built out of hopes and dreams. We'll see how that goes for them. I don't think that hopes hold up that great, and I think dreams are usually soul-crushing, so we'll see how that goes. So we got a little pack form in here.
Speaking of weather, we got Severe Thunderstorm Varnon in the 27 car, fresh to the series.
Oh, God. I can't believe we got to learn this name.
It's pretty easy.
It's a lot harder than you might think. We are going to get there, as the Storm will, as his name much happily obliged there for us.
Oh, man.
You see what I see,
Cease
don't
and
you?
desist in the 51 has an upside-down roof number.
Much like Clink.
Disgusting, dude.
That was a bad omen for that car last season. The 45, I felt like, was in every single incident we possibly could have had him in. So, not good start for the 51. Brand new driver, of course. Cease and desist, never made a TOECAR start yet. So, you live and you learn, I suppose. If he sticks around for season 2, maybe we'll see something different.
I mean, with the crew chief on that team, they have enough experience. I mean, Law and Order SUV has been around racing for probably his whole life. He should know better.
Massive Chris still very aggressive as last season. even in a lower series, he doesn't care. He's going to kill all these newcomers.
Different paint scheme this year. Not sponsored by Zaxby's anymore. Gonna have to cut back. Gonna have to cut back on the food process. But
oh man, Let Me Get In. You just got real out of shape down there with David Crappin shits.
Well, let me tell you, his crew chief Justin Siderhole is not happy to see this car in jeopardy already. We are exactly 5 minutes into this practice session. 5 minutes into the season. There's no excuse to tear up a race car right now.
There's Crappin shits in that hot sauce car.
Hot sauce. That's Doritos. Sorry.
Oh, I don't eat.
That's drink.
Oh, I don't eat spicy.
I don't drink hot sauce.
That's fruity soda beverage.
I don't drink that. I don't know.
Brother.
Speaking of spicy food, though, we got Dale Bernhardt back there in that black and pink, purple, black and whatever Tums car.
That's blue.
It's blue on the hood. It's not blue on the side. Look,
It's literally blue.
It's so blue.
well,
It's
The
never been
bluest.
so blue in my life.
Car blue.
color blindness is so back. Either way, though, I think he's gonna make a pretty big impact this season. The Intimidated, as he's known, can't eat spicy food. Gonna have a tough time with our catering, as we don't provide very nutritious food to begin with. But it's definitely gonna be spicy. So we'll have to see how that all shakes out.
Speaking of the drivers that like to use their car as a weapon, we got the 84 of Ali Alakainen. This guy's driving a Nokia, so I don't expect this car to have any damage after an impact, but he's definitely going to use it as a battering ram.
We'll see how it goes through the rest of this practice, but I'll tell you one thing. I don't like how the 11 car has white number on white car. Can't read it from the far. Preston DeWall, driver of that vehicle, newcomer. We'll see if he, I don't even know what the sponsor is.
He does have a
is
returning
that?
face as the crew chief. Adam Recklin crew chiefing that car this season, as we try to investigate what that car's sponsor might be.
Walgreens.
It is a Wal. Oh, that makes sense.
Oh, is that Waluigi?
Where?
On the hood.
That, I feel like it's the wall connection, and he's gonna make a wall connection if he doesn't stay out of those packs. Pulled right in the pit road
can't
where the
tell.
car's nice and safe.
Yeah, I can't see. I'm blind. Oh,
There's Victor E. Lane and Shave Burns, a couple more demotees.
what is
And
Shave driving? Is that a Corvette?
That is, in fact, a Corvette.
Oh, we got
Trouble.
trouble
Oh,
off the
Trouble.
back.
Oh,
Where are they?
Looks like they already got off track. I have to go back and see what happened there in the replay.
See here, a returning face, a fan favorite, in fact. Scubs in that 02. Last car in line here, gonna push Lawful Allen in the 65. We talked about it countless times last season, guys. Those toe hitches caused chaos every single opportunity. 65 is
Hey.
gonna go back up.
Oh, the
Clip.
Colonel.
hey, God. I thought the 74 was getting involved too.
Already
Familiar
torn up
face
car, guys.
Colonel. Another one of those drivers getting the demotion this season.
I mean, we were
And
just
it's
talking
not
about,
No, go ahead, Kyle. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, we were just talking about how these crew chiefs can't possibly like seeing their cars out there in the pack. Gray V, the crew chief on that car, must be absolutely furious.
Gosh, what a swell replay that was.
I love seeing things twice, or in that case, once.
Guys, this pack has a lot of people returning from last season. Shave Burns, of course. Derek Polk's up there. We got Kobe Keith. Victor E. Lane.
Only newcomer in this pack is Spore Tender here in the Zero car. Mushroom Farmer. Oh,
Keep
I hear
him away
trouble
from
up
me.
ahead.
Oh, no.
Oh, Reese Ware.
Oh, there's another one ahead.
Oh, they're
Okay.
piling in. Oh, trouble.
God.
Oh, we're starting early. Somebody's upside
A
down.
huge one.
Preston
DeWall.
Oh.
Hey, God.
They all get past.
Dude, David Gutterball was in that pack. He missed one, guys.
Taking a look here, we know Reese Ware was involved. We just don't know how it happened. And he's just kind of going along. Everything seems to be fine. Oh, Steel Park decided he's merging now, and there's the 11. Piles in.
Oh my God.
Absolutely
Ollie.
murdered by Ali Kainen.
Oh,
Got hit
man.
by the
There's
Nokia.
And more.
There's the rest. God, Derek Polk. Bunch of cars. This whole pack goes flying by at ludicrous speeds.
Right on board here, the 11 of Preston DeWall. And he just
No attempt.
doesn't even slow down for it. No attempt.
Oh.
Oh. And just gets clobbered by the 84.
Oh, God.
And then company. Takes a couple tumbles here. Lands right on top of, is that Derek Polk?
Yeah,
That
that's
is.
Sure is.
horrible. See Derek Polk and Shea Burns coming in turn 1 here. They see smoke, as you hear. No lifting. These throttles are singing. Oh, man. They see
even
that.
on the apron.
Not even phased by what he just saw there. He's like, I want to do it too.
It was like he aimed right for him.
God, what the frick, dude?
And we're back at Daytona. David Gutterball, fan favorite.
And we're back live here at Daytona.
Matt's not watching on the race stream, guys. Jackie said David Gutterball, Asiago Asiago, CJ Simpson, and Clink Bottles. This is an entire pack of returning drivers. Oh, there he goes. Never mind. So Clink is going to pit, but the rest of them are still new, or not new.
I have such high hopes for Gutterball this season, guys. It was so disappointing last year. The only good thing that happened is he wasn't maimed. But besides that, he was dead last in the points for almost the entire season. Very disappointing.
I have no hopes. I'm honestly actively praying on his downfall. Bro's washed. Well, I can't even say washed because he wasn't. There's nothing to be washed from. He was never good. And I'm excited to see him exit TOECAR completely when he finishes the season like shit and/or dies.
Wow.
And there you have it.
Anyway.
Here we see a Mitsubishi. Now this is going to be driven by Clareton Chris. This guy is very interesting. He's allergic to literally everything, guys. The only thing he's not allergic to is bread crust. And I don't think they were able to put any in the car, so he's not able to drive with seat belts or a helmet. This guy's just raw dogging it in the seat with some gym shorts and a t-shirt.
Both of which are made out of bread
what are you
crust.
doing?
Oh, and he merges like a moron. It's already going wrong.
No, hang on to it, buddy. Hang on to that steering wheel.
Come on. You'll be all right.
Oh, he's on the
on
apron.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Wrecking in
Right
front.
past him.
Gabagooly.
Dude, he got so lucky. These two did not.
No, look out,
watch
look
out.
out.
Crap and shit.
Oh. Woo!
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
Guys. Oh.
It's practice. What are we doing? Oh no, Lemmy.
Oh,
God.
he's piling in. They're aiming
Shea
for him.
Burns.
They're aiming for him. Jackie said.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
I'll tell you what. This is why
Gutterball,
they
of
sell
course.
backstretch grandstand tickets.
I am overstimulated right now, guys.
That's okay. Just go outside.
As we right on board here. You don't even need Rob Pockets for this one. He's dead.
That he is, Tristan.
He's all dead and stuff. And see, he wasn't dead. Like, this was fine.
Yeah.
Right?
Like he was doing just fine here. He gets it wound back up.
Oh.
They wreck past him. I don't know if that spooked him or what, but he just went bang and
he
borderline went
decided-
through the windshield.
He decided, yep, I don't want to live anymore.
I think he got a glimpse of his future and knew it just wasn't gonna be meant to be.
It's you know,
Sometimes you just gotta.
it's as we see Jackie said, just hellacious crash. But to get back on topic, Clareton Chris, shortest career ever in the TOECAR Trash series, in TOECAR in general. Truly a tragic day.
See here, another look. Clareton Chris inexplicably goes high. One of two things he did in two corners that ultimately cost him his life. Waffle Island slides down the hill. Harvey Quinn's in that one. There's Scubs. But keep an eye on this 65. This 65's day is not done yet. Or at least in this wreck. These 6 cars going to go flying by. Here comes this pack. They're going to all get into a wreck. That 65 is going to get hit multiple times. The 6, oh my goodness. He plows in. So does Giuseppe Gapaguli. Absolutely destroyed. They're going to make their way down the hill. Look at the top right of your screen. You're going to see more cars wrecking into this crash momentarily. Clareton Chris hits there. Here comes Severe Thunderstorm Varnon. Massive Chris. We didn't talk about that. Massive Chris was one of those cars that flew in there. That's concerning. And they just continue to tumble.
I think that 97 just slammed into the back and then into the side of the 27, so we got to check on him too. On board the big man, Massive Chris. Behind Storm Varnon back here. Storm Varnon trying to make a move even though he sees smoke. And then you see Lawful Allen. Ooh!
Oh.
Misses them, but wow.
Whoa!
Guys, and don't look now. Massive Chris hit him roof first in that wreck.
We just looked right now. What do you mean?
That's why I told you not to.
And we're still not done.
Yeah, we need to go back and look at that 07 in particular. My goodness.
Yeah, that 07 entered the frame already trying to flip over, so that was a mystery to us.
See, let me get in you underneath Dale Earnhardt. Just clips the 90 or the 65 of Lawful Allen, backs him into the wall. He almost had it saved, but he just decides to lock it down. And here comes Jackie Said and friends back here. They try to start missing, but nope. Runs right into Lemmy. Gutter ball gets into her. And we've caused about $2 million in damage in 10 minutes.
It's just crazy how far back they were, and they still managed to be a part of this catastrophe. Unbelievable. But what do you expect, I guess? Welcome to TOECAR.
Well, one thing worth mentioning, part of why maybe we've had some of this chaos to start, we have a much bigger variety of manufacturers and makes in this field than we did in Season 1. They really discovered over the years that there are a lot of torn up race cars just sitting in junkyards. We have all sorts of things running out there. There's a Honda Accord at the bottom of your shot. We talked about Claire and Chris's last few moments. He was in a Mitsubishi, so maybe these bumpers just aren't lining up like they think. Maybe the closing rate's different. I don't know what the problem is, but clearly something's going on.
Now, these teams have been instructed to bring as many cars down to Daytona as they want because they know it's going to be a bit of a destruction down here. So these guys have multiple backup cars, so if you see guys coming back out with a fresh race car, don't be surprised. Also, don't be surprised if someone else is driving it, especially after a bad accident. We are getting word from Rob Pockets that the 42 is getting the backup rolled out, and along with the hearse. And the backup driver, we're hearing that Electric Bill, Landlines, is going to be getting into the car, doing the rest of this practice, and who knows? Depending on how he runs this session, they might keep him.
Well, that's a new record for us at TOECAR, Mike. Two different drivers signed within...
Oh, look out, guys. Look out, look out.
Shit.
Within a 20-minute
I'm crapping
span.
and shit and watching this.
So was that 19.
Speaking of, that's Todd the Stain Trousers. This guy, he ran a convenience store and it got robbed, and he just pissed himself during the TV interview, and it's very embarrassing. But his crew chief, trying to keep him calm up there, soiled his pants. That's his name. That's not what happened. Allegedly. But I would get away from that.
Maybe both.
Speaking of crap and shits, McDonald's. We got Walter Pressure. Now this guy, you might think he sounds familiar, and he is. He also looks familiar. It's Pierre's father. Very heartwarming to see him come back out here after the tragedy that happened last season. But he wants to avenge his son. He's got his son's old car in front of him, still driven by Fragile Fred Bush. New paint scheme this season. You might still see Pierre's old car out there, but that's going to be the 55 car that's going to be having a new driver each week. This week it is Jeff Gordummy, so hopefully he can get, or not get data for the team. It would be good for us, but oh god, did I just hear something hit?
He can get to that when a win happens.
Let's not forget, Gordummy won the pole here in Season 1. That's not a bad choice for the state-owned team, Plot 55. 79 car, Hud Strickland, another Season 1 face, being pushed by Cam Arrow, another Season 1 driver. A lot of people that we've seen before running out right now.
These guys, you know, besides Clarence and Chris with that dumb move, these guys seem to be driving a little bit better than last season. They're making some smart moves instead of just winging it down on the apron and just not caring what happens. I have high hopes for this season.
I do too. I think we're in for a big one. We got a few more races, a few new tracks, and a lot of new faces. That's enough chaos for me. See the 50 car there, another new face to the series. That's LW wrong. And that, let me see if I can get this right. BattleBots, what else is on that? It's a Honda.
I think BattleBots will suffice.
Yeah, BattleBots is good enough. Honda Accord, driving through the field here. I don't know. You got to think, if you're one of these new faces, somebody that's never raced here in the Goodies Trash Series before, or the Splint Cup Series for that matter, you have to see the world you're joining. You know, Season 1 was on YouTube for everybody to see. Everybody here's seen it. You got to think maybe they're a little apprehensive to start. Not Claire and Chris, of course, rest in peace. But the rest of these guys might be a little nervous.
Yeah, but to the same extent, I would say a lot of these guys were just really excited to have the opportunity to come out here and show what they got. I mean, there was a lot of drivers that we could take from the pool that just couldn't make the cut, and these are the drivers that were determined that are going to be driving in the TOECAR series this season. So I mean, yes, there's going to be nerves, but at the same time, I'm sure there's a lot of excitement down here in the garage area also.
Well, I didn't bring my swim trunks, so I can't get in the pool. But what we're looking at right now is a mixed group of old faces and new faces. Reese Ware back out there after the little incident that happened earlier. We also have CJ Simpson in the 37 car, I believe. Yep, that's CJ. Derek Polk, Limburger, cars coming to pit road. But we also have some new faces right there. We have the 27. We've heard about Severe Thunderstorm Varnen. But we also have the 01 of Joplin Moore. I forget what's the paint scheme on that. He's got some sponsors.
National Weather
It's got
Service.
colors. Okay.
This
Yeah,
guy
the National Weather Service.
survived an EF5 tornado. Very impressive. And, you know, somebody who likes that also right behind him, of Storm Varnen back there in the 27. And, oh, it looks like Electric Bill has gotten into the 42.
That's good.
You know, I'm actually getting a report. We have a new reporter here on the scene in TOECAR, Cardwar. I'm hearing that Cardwar has confirmed to us that the 42 will be driven by Electric Bill on a 1-season contract. Electric Bill Landlines is your new driver of that 42.
Quickest
He's gotta be
contract
careful.
ripping up ever.
He's got to be careful out here because, I mean, with the allergies that Clareton Chris had, there just weren't seatbelts installed. So I mean, it hasn't been that long since that car just crashed, so I can't imagine those belts are very great. So we'll see how their progress goes on research and development of driver safety now that they can actually worry about it.
Well, luckily for Bill here, they were working on something for Chris that they were going to put in on the first time they came back in from practice, but unfortunately it didn't happen. Oh, God. He's not wearing nothing. He does have a big piece of Velcro on his back keeping him into the seat. They were going to try that with Chris, but he didn't make it back into the pits in time.
We were almost 2 for 2 with the 42.
Yeah, Claire and Chris was only out there to scuff a set of tires. You really hate to see it.
And he's getting moved out the way. Look
I
for
don't
some
know if
more
he's-
faces.
No, these are cars.
Oh, there's a
21 already back out there. Sport tender.
Our favorite mushroom farmer.
If I'm not mistaken, this car was already in one of those wrecks we've just seen, so they already got the backup out, as you see a few of the others have, the 21 namely. I think the 11 and the 65 are both out there too. They're on car number 3. We're 17 minutes into practice, and they're on car number 3, so that's shocking.
Yeah. They wrecked again.
God!
Oh, what happened to the camera?
Oh, Fox.
Oh, and they're still wrecking.
Oh, they're
Oh,
just piling
they're
in.
more-
Still wrecking a lot more.
Sport
Oh.
Tender. We just talked about Sport
Oh,
Tender.
yeah, we
Colonel
were just
in
talking about this
there.
group.
Is Master Chris in another one? He is. Oh,
Take a dub in it.
Fragile Fred just barely missed that. Wow.
So here we have Stinky Clinky merging out onto the track in the 45 car. And you'd think he'd know better, but evidently he doesn't, as he just kind of fades up on the track and gets collected by multiple cars. Jackie Set
Oh.
involved in another one. Plink upside down. Who was that in the wall? The ugly car?
Cease and
Weed
desist.
Trimmer? Or was that Cease?
Weed Trimmer was the dark colored car. Oh!
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Look
oh,
out.
Jesus. Oh, Steel Park comes barrel assing in there. There's pieces flying. That looked like a radiator. Who is that? The 96 right there?
oh.
Let me
Oh,
get Inya involved.
Oh,
and
and
let
he
me get
got
in this
hit hard.
wreck.
Filet mignon.
18. Not Phil.
Oh, and here
Oh,
comes the
Jesus
Colonel.
Christ.
Oh, chicken versus beef.
Usually I pick
Horrible
the
wreck.
beef.
I like chicken.
I have to go with Mike on this one.
Oh!
Well,
And there's Daga Dub.
Based on this wreck, the only option left might be pork.
And here we take another look at this as we look at Dega Dub here.
Hmm.
And just ran into Clink and then just
Dave Gutterball not involved.
Oh,
Write it
Andrew!
down. He just
a
came out
mess.
on the
with some
track
great
too.
driving.
Oh man.
Severton Storm.
Storm Varnen.
Severton der Storm Vart.
On board with cease and desist.
On board
You see
with
Clint
the
coming up here.
assist.
Oh.
Man, you see the 55 there? That's Jeff Gordummy getting away clean.
Hell yeah, he is. You
Man,
know who's
the-
not all of these cars?
You see Clink there. He's
The
going to be taking...
29. He can't
Oh.
avoid anything today. Everybody scream fuck WestJet.
Oh, man, it knocked him out of existence. I think he's okay, though.
Well, guys, another year of an upside-down roof number for that 45. It seems to still be cursed.
We got
One number fewer.
Sir blew his hamstring here in the 44. This guy looks like he's in some serious pain, guys.
I mean, I can't imagine having to drive with a torn hamstring or pulled hamstring.
God, they're just driving through smoke and dust and dirt and all that through turns 1 and 2 still.
Yeah, it's the set of Dune out there.
Oh,
Massive Chris just trying to limp that thing back to the garage.
He's got to be dropping so much oil. He's gone almost 2.5 miles getting back there.
it's all down there. It's okay.
Yeah, nobody drives down there in practice. There's that 55 he got through clean. Now, this car, with a different driver each week in both series, if any of those drivers win, the car is eligible for the championship. And if they end up winning the finale, that means we win, guys. We're the champions. So I'm going to
House always wins.
definitely rooting for that 55 car up here in the booth this season in both series. And
Yeah, I would recommend having a propaganda at that car every time you see it on the screen.
Derek Polk back out on track after what can only be described as a devastating start to his practice. I think he's been in 2 or 3 wrecks already. That 92 looks real fast, though, I must say. Looks nice and sleek. Didn't have the best season last season in Point Cup, pardon me. Don't sue us, please. Other company, I said. Doesn't seem to be in the top 10, but wouldn't shock me if he ran well. Coming off that win at Kansas. There's a seat on the backstretch here. Here's the 77 car. That's Ron Rombach, new driver in the series. And funny enough, guys, I'm crew chiefing this car. Ron and I share the same disease. We both suffer from scoliosis. It felt like a natural pair. I'm going to have to text him his updates throughout the race. I don't know how he's going to check them. I would not advise he does, actually. I'm hoping he doesn't and ignores me until there's a caution. But I do have to give him his information from up here. Got to be multitasking all season long.
I think there's a system we can come up with to let them be able to get your inputs without having to take their eyes off the track.
I mean, we do have something in development. I didn't want to give it away because it's not all the way done yet. But we have a new system to where when we got to talk to the driver, I can actually pull up Braille on the actual steering wheel. He'll be able to read what it is we're trying to text him, and we'll be able to communicate safely with our driver during the race, or in this case, during the practice.
What?
We see the 30 car. Camaro, that's a beautiful paint scheme, I must say. I think the only Camaro in the field here this season. Looks like it'll be quick, not quite in the top 10 either. I do want to point out Preston DeWall, somebody who's been in countless accidents already, is our fastest car. So, talk about comeback. Walter Pressure also, P2.
I don't, speaking of
Oh!
Come on now, HUD. Speaking
Dumbass.
of manufacturers, this has a Chevy badge on the back. But, I'm just assuming that this 33 car is a Chevy, because I don't know what the hell that is underneath all the armor.
A car?
Titanium
It
alloy.
might not be a car. It might be a pickup truck.
Ah, yes, the vehicle. The 33 car. Weed trimmer.
The 33 unit.
Yeah, you want to know something?
Obsidian blocks.
Oh. I didn't
Attaboy.
get a sponsored beverage. What happened?
It's
Sorry.
a ice cold can of beverage.
Beverage?
The beverage.
What does it taste
Beverly.
like?
I don't drink the beverage.
Actually, it's actually one of these that's on the screen right now, just with cherry.
A battle bot? Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, cherry battle bot, the beverage.
Well, as you see, things have finally calmed down here a little bit at Daytona. What noise?
Yes.
Nothing.
I must have made it because I didn't hear it. I didn't know what it was.
Oh no, what's that?
Wyatt Wilkinson on the track here again. There's the 11 of Preston DeWall, your leader in this practice session, who's been in multiple wrecks so far. Some other drivers in this pack that we see. Who we got? We got LW Wrong. Who else we got? Yeah. 51 car. That's cease and desist. Correct me if I'm wrong.
It is cease and desist.
I do think we might want to talk about this 18. We saw him briefly in the accident before, but that was so far the only time we've really seen this car out on track. 18 this season driven by Phil A. Mignon, crew chief, of course, by Porterhouse Robinson. This team is looking to compete. I've heard a lot of rumors down in the garage area. They think that 18 car might be one of the fastest all season. He's not even driving a licensed manufacturer. That's actually a Kubota, which if you didn't know is a tractor Somehow they souped it up to be the same speed as all the rest of the Trash Series cars. Who knows how it's going to perform out there? Looks like it's doing pretty well now.
Yeah, it's got plenty of suck up to the car in front of him with all that tractor horsepower in there, so I think he's going to be able to do something.
Honestly impressive. They might be onto something there.
Yeah, correct me if I'm right, but I believe he has CTE as well.
Raw Pockets will get back to you on that.
I was trying to confirm or deny the report. Who knows? We'll ask our inside reporters. Maybe they'll have an answer for us. As we see our car, the 55, in the lead of this little pack here. Looks like he's got the 74 behind him. Mike, you want to talk about the 74 a little bit?
Yeah, this guy, he used to be called Father Gum, but after stepping away from the priesthood, he's just now Dad Gum. Very, very Chad-like man. Very, very impressive. He's got his crew chief.
Chatty Daddy.
Got his crew chief up in the pit box. Doug Double Bubble. You know, this whole team, they're very sticky, very gummy. I think they're going to be able to stick things together here at Daytona. Especially that car after a few accidents. They're going to have to use a lot of that gum to repair it.
No kidding, Mike.
Can I pay you in gum?
I'm sure you could pay them in gum.
We're not getting paid at all. There's the 6 car, David Krappenschitz. We talked about him briefly because he's been in a few wrecks. This 6 car, it's going to be the one to compete with this entire season in one of the few, let's call them regular manufacturers in a Chevy. Crew chief of that car, of course, is Itchy Gerald, somebody who actually aspired to race in this series, but instead settled to be a crew chief. Has a lot to prove, you know? This is a driver that has a lot of experience, mostly doing a lot of things like Flash Games. Shout out to Flash Games, by the way, inspiring similar things like Drafty Car, which just came out. Perhaps he's going to practice on that as well, but right now practicing for TOECAR in the Goodies Trash Series.
He received the 3 car, a Pontiac. This is something you don't see every day on the racetrack.
That is, in all ways, a cursed race car.
Well, at least it's not a Toyota.
What's wrong with Toyotas?
Back out again. I don't think we have a Toyota, do we?
I think Hud Strickland's a Toyota. Let's go around the field, look for that.
Yeah, Hud Strickland's a Toyota.
Yeah. Last season, I know we had Adam Recklin. He was in a Camry, I'm pretty sure.
There's still Park back out on the racetrack.
Oh, don't do it again. Please don't do it again.
He's doing it again.
You gave them some time to prepare this time, though.
I think they're going to... Well,
it's not even a hot merge. It's an ice-cold merge.
All right, they figured it out. Sorry, that's been a contesting subject all day. People just pull right out of the pit road, right onto the banking. Yes. Not sure what they're thinking. I think everybody saw that clip of Michael Waltrip in the dual race that one time and really, really wanted to make sure they didn't do that. Sorry, Mike.
He's not sorry.
Hey, there she is, Jackie said. After that insane crash on the backstretch.
These drivers are just so damn tough, man. She just flew into the catch fence, what, 10, 15 minutes ago, and here she is back out there ripping 200 miles an hour.
These drivers are something else, I'll tell you.
I mean, think back to last season. A lot of the drivers in this field are very, very versatile. We've seen countless times people be in 4, 5, 6 wrecks, still finish the race somehow. Last season, Brody Kraft, Babe Drew, some of them were kings of that, you know? Being in accident after accident after accident, and then somehow finishing the race in like 15th.
Oh!
Not That's again, Preston.
There's going to be 2 big trouble spots here this weekend. It's going to be turn 4 and turn 2. Doing exactly that kind of shit right there.
Make that 3 trouble spots because you got the 11 in this crowd, and I think, I hate to say it, it might be early to call it, but that 11 car, he's kind of a menace out there.
He
might be putting up good times, but he's kind of a menace. And the menace is about to get turned.
Oh man,
don't. Oh.
I mean, they have.
He's
to
asking for it. He's absolutely asking for it.
Yeah, and I mean, what Exactly.
You have to learn somehow. They're trying their best, but man, oh man, are they not good. At least not yet.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
You'd think Hud Strickland would know better. He was racing last season.
If you look at the standings right now, which obviously it's a super speedway, it's just practice, but the top 4 spots at least are taken up by guys that have raced TOECAR. They raced TOECAR last season, whether they were demoted or just kind of stuck around.
Oh,
they're crashing off turn 2.
Ain't gonna work. Hard.
Oh, please get off the track, fellas. No, the 11's in another one. Oh my
Shock
goodness.
another one up for that 11 car.
Oh, still Park.
Evasive maneuver.
Oh, no.
Oh, they're scattering.
Oh.
Scared the hell out of
Wow. All right, then.
Thank goodness. That never
Maybe there
happens
is
here,
hope.
God bless. Oh, man. The 51 just gets hooked by Jackie said. Remember, Jackie said didn't get a lot of practice yet. Had that terrible tumble earlier. And there it goes. 3 cars hard into the wall. Cease and desist.
He did get pressed in the wall.
Living up to his name for sure. So did Hudge Strickland.
Well, I mean, got it gathered back up, rolling again. And I don't know what this was all about, but all right.
They just
Do
wanted
we
to
have
hit
work
the
going
quad.
on up here, or was just people going in the grass? Yeah, we got. What's going on? Hudge
That's
Strickland.
just HUD.
He's just trying to make it back to the pits.
He's just doing his best.
Ooh, a big pack over here. Going back into that same trouble zone. Got Shave Burns in the Camaro, or not Camaro, pardon me, Corvette leading this group. It's a massive Chris in second. It certainly is, with CJ Simpson in third. Weedtrim rounds out that group in fourth before it gets a little spread out.
Very dusty through turn 4 there because these guys, they want to stay off the... Oh!
No!
Massive
Dude,
crit.
I love staying off the O.
They don't want to put Earl all over the racetrack, so they try to put it in the grass, help the flowers grow.
Earl?
Earl.
I can't help but think,
got my motor, Earl.
what does Walter Pressure think seeing this? He knows the consequences of crashing here. He's seen it firsthand. It's affected his family.
Well, actually,
he's
it was
out here.
secondhand.
I mean, I'm sure he was equally upset, but fair enough.
Arguably more.
Moving on, though, you got to think from 1 year, 1 season removed from that happening, he's out here in the pack watching cars crash every 3 minutes, it seems. Somehow toughing it out, still trying to get that valuable practice time. Because if you don't get this practice time, you're not going to be able to perform in the race. That 33 might not be able to perform at all. Almost hooked the 37. My goodness.
And forgive me if I'm wrong, but I don't, and I'm knock on wood, but I haven't seen that 75 in a crash yet, if I'm not mistaken. So I mean,
Cool. Yeah, and we're lucky because Pierre's fragility, it is genetic. Walter's a little bit tougher than his little boy was, but it's not going to be by much. So he also needs to be very careful this season if he wants to be able to survive.
At least he's here because he wants to be. Poor Pierre had no shot at all.
yeah, he was just trying to be cool. That's a lesson
Well,
for you
was
kids.
it worth it? Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So that's a lesson for you kids. Don't try to be cool.
I mean, he did get a lake named after him.
That is true. We've christened it since the tragedy in the beginning of last season.
We've added a few more remains.
Actually, I take it back. Try to be cool, and you'll get a lake named after you. Here we go.
Oh,
A big crowd here.
Somebody's about to get a lake named after them, if not an ocean. This is looking pretty feisty.
So we
If
got
I'm
Harvey
Fragile
Quinn here in
Fred,
the lead.
I'm dropping out of this pack. There's no reason to be out in this pack right now if you're Fred. Looks like he's
Correct-
trying.
Correct me
Or
if
he
I'm
just
wrong.
sucks.
This might be the biggest group of cars we've seen all practice.
Yeah, definitely
this is-
race practice for sure.
Yeah, to kind of go off of that, this is kind of a taste of what we're going to be seeing come race day.
That is what we're expecting. Obviously, the pardon me, the pavement has definitely aged a little bit here at Daytona, and we think those added bumps, you're going to want to be on the bottom. But then again, maybe not, because these cars keep exiting the pits right in front of everybody.
Slow car.
Oh my
They
god.
all barely miss it.
Asiago.
And that's going to get a second line going. I'm wondering if maybe they'll be able to hold their own. It doesn't look like it, but we're thinking with the tire wear, eventually there is going to be a high side. We're thinking that eventually you're not going to be able to hold the bottom. You see there, that whole line pushed up a little bit. That's what we've heard from all the crew chiefs and drivers up and down the garage area, both for here and Splint Cup. So
Klink has to be dizzy after all those wrecks he's already had in the first, 32 minutes of practice, and he was in 3 or 4 crashes, all of them hard. But, you know, he's really tough. He took that incredible impact back at Riki and woke up 20 minutes before Atlanta. I don't have any doubts this guy's going to be able to heal up if he does get hurt.
speaking of big hits at Riki specifically, Andrew had a terrible wreck there last season. Earlier today, we saw him narrowly avoid that crash. Knock on wood, I think he's avoided all the trouble thus far, trying to keep that momentum going.
And a Dodge this season. Hopefully that'll bring a little bit more success than his car did last year. Looks
Maybe
nice
he
at
can
least.
dodge.
You know, I actually heard from him before the practice
gutter
began.
ball. Out of shape.
He's only a Dodge this season because that was the cheapest car he could find on Facebook Marketplace. But maybe that'll bring him the luck he needs.
Got himself a good deal if that's the case.
Wholesaling them Intrepids.
Electric Bill back on the track.
Man, every time I see somebody exiting that pit road, guys, I am getting nervous based on what we've already seen. There's no regard for human life the moment people exit the pit lane. Don't believe me? Just ask Giuseppe Gabaguli up there. He's faced it himself already.
Yeah, it's just kind of expected at this point. As you see Scubs trying to make a move on Gapaguli. Anyways.
Oh, Kobe. He's good. All right. Oh, man, we do not need another crash for that 21 team. I think I speak for most of the viewers when I say that we are rooting heavily for the gutter ball.
Yeah, Fred's had enough for now.
Smart man. He's seen what happens to the 28 car here at Daytona. He's trying to avoid every bit of that.
This is his first Daytona start, so it's got to be scary.
It didn't quite make it last season until race 2 when he inherited that ride.
Yeah, now there's all these bumps here too, so it's just even more treacherous. I don't like watching this pack go around here side by side. I don't trust them. I think they're gonna screw it up.
Well, I mean, for the most part, they're doing not a terrible job, I'd say. I mean, at least this particular pack. No, I mean, yeah, I agree. I mean, oh, and they're gonna try to make it 3 wide here. It looks like.
Oh hell yeah!
This ought to be fun.
Oh god! A couple of them tried to pit, and the rest of them just wanted to go.
Yeah, I think Kobe Keith was trying to pit there, and I don't think the Colonel got the message there, so he's gonna go around another lap here.
Oh! What are we doing?
Oh, they're dodging something, Mike.
Oh,
we got something up here.
It was LW
What
wrong.
in the world?
I think it was. Oh my goodness, they're still hooking each other, taking down. All right,
How
I
did
think we're
they
good.
not?
It might be safe to go look at a replay for a second. We see here, looks like the 50 may have just blew a motor. He's trying to get it back somewhere safe. Instead of going into the road course or doing anything logical, just kept going straight, stopped right about here, entering turn 1 for some reason. And I think the rest of those cars, seeing what they've seen already with the cars merging all day, just got really nervous and started to react as if they were going to have to miss a wreck. Look at him back there.
They started aiming for him, man.
Yeah, I don't know what this was all about. I mean, clearly he was off the track. I don't know what they're trying to avoid. And, oh, jeez. Mega dub, lucky to see another day there. But, anyways, here we go.
That 27, don't look now. He's been really, really quick. I don't know what car this is, three or 4, but he's been making some really, really aggressive runs, pushing this 45. This might not end well. Looks like he'll be okay.
They got to stay off that left rear, man, like that.
That's the second time that Kobe Keith. Yes, look. Okay. Eyes wide open. Do it.
Use both your eyes.
He said don't look now, so I didn't.
Boy, I beat your ass.
Okay.
Getting started early with the rivalries this season. Not wasting any time whatsoever.
Yeah, and the first time we got the Trash Series on track, that Tristan doesn't have his favorite driver to look at.
That's true. He's graduated, moved on up to the Cup Series. We'll talk about him a little bit later. I think we might have had some trouble there. There was some smoke off turn 2. I'm not sure if that was from earlier.
Oh, we're gonna have more trouble here in a minute.
And turn 4 has been the trouble zone, I think. I know we've talked about turn 2. Turn 4, though, it seems like with every single corner exit, somebody's getting hooked to the inside. See here, the 42 leading another pack. The 8 car is going to look low. Oh, big check up there. Oh, he got hooked a little bit. Oh, he's going to hook the 8 a little bit.
Oh.
Man, that Velcro
more damage for the 42.
Just
hate to see it.
Putting that Velcro to test.
Not a great day for that 42 camp there.
They got a few more backups on the trailer. See, normally a hauler can hold 2 cars and then all the tools and shit. These guys, they're bringing them full car carriers. They bring in the car dealerships. The things that usually get hit by trains because they get hung up on the rails. They just got them with 8 backup cars. They're ready to go, man. Don't matter how many they tear up. They just need 1 for Sunday or whatever.
Yeah, but how many backup drivers do they have?
Daytona, you know, South Florida, or not South, East Florida Craigslist, you know, a wide variety of clientele. We can get somebody to drive the cars.
I'll tell you one thing, though. They spent a lot of money today. It's very rare you sign 2 people, pay both signing bonuses, and pay out a life insurance policy, all within a couple of 30 minutes or so. Financially, they will never recover. Neither will this pack. My goodness, what is happening? No, Walter.
He's holding them up, but I think they're going to get sped up here in time.
And this is going to bunch a lot of cars up. I think this might all become one really big pack if they're not careful. Only like 4 cars ahead of them. This group behind them has a ton of momentum. I'm sure they'll start catching up too. This could be that race practice we were talking about, guys. You're going to need to see these kind of situations because inevitably throughout the race, based on this practice, people will start getting hooked to that inside, and it's going to space groups out. That's not even accounting for any of the tire wear. You got to figure out how to make your way through a group that's a little bit more spread out like this, and this is the perfect opportunity. Look at that P3 right now in the charts, and leading one of those groups catching these guys is a 28 car, Fragile Fred. First start at Daytona. They're off to a pretty good start.
Very impressed. Oh, looks like we got more trouble there. Or is that the same one? Because I do remember a crash there.
I do believe that was the same one as before. Just some of the smoke settling a little differently. And there's the fastest person in town right now, Victor E. Lane.
Yeah, we haven't really talked a whole lot about him. Another returning driver to the TOECAR lore, I guess you could say. Good to see him out here on the track, having a good practice here.
And a much nicer paint scheme. I didn't mind the one last season, but this has got to be one of my favorite ones of all time. I'm happy to see it join the TOECAR fleet.
I just don't look at that and see Victor E. Lane. You know, like
Needs
He
more
could have
glitter.
I don't know.
He could have brought that little checker pattern and number it back. That would have been pretty cool. But aside from that, I mess with this heavy.
Guys, I grabbed some ice cream. It's
And we're back to Daytona.
oh,
Let's hear about your ice cream. What do you have to say?
it's Ben & Jerry's Marshmallow Sky. It's really good. It's like a marshmallow. It's like a blue marshmallow ice cream with marshmallow swirls and gobs
my
of chocolate
God.
chip
Like
cookie
bottles.
dough and chocolate chip cookie dough. It's really good. A lot of goodies in it. It's
Car.
very sweet, very good.
Filet mignon.
Tristan, we had an accident. We got to talk about
Trouble!
the 45 hit really hard into the outside wall. That was the 18 in that as well. Filet mignon. Man, guys, we can't keep any cars clean today. So Tristan, what happened here?
Well, what happened was I got up from my chair. I went to my freezer to get this Ben & Jerry's ice cream because I was like, I deserve a sweet treat today. So that's what I did. Went to the freezer,
With the
got
wreck-
some... Oh, well, Clink Bottles got turned by the 42.
That he did hit really hard. Electric Bill. You got to think, Electric Bill didn't even plan on being in this practice. He's out here roughing it up with everybody else.
Yeah, well, I got ice cream and they don't.
Let's ride on board with Clinkopotamus. Tries to look low under crap and shits, but just gets into him and gets thrown down, and then hooked, and then ow.
My goodness.
And then just slides to a stop with at least one speeding car coming. Oh, here come a few more. Luckily they all see him in time, not in the smoke.
One thing's for sure, he's definitely going to be paying a visit to the doctor before he gets back out there, I think. That was a big hit. And this is a big pack.
Mm-hmm.
Preston the wall trying his hardest to wreck another car. Let's see if he can make it further this time.
Ollie back out in front of this pack. I think that the front's the safest place for everybody else, for him to be. Nobody to hit.
Oh, another car exiting the pits. Let's see if they can figure it out.
Probably
Looks
not.
like this Joplin Moore. He won't.
Nope. Oh!
Oh.
Oh, Shave Burns and him both have a hard lick into the turn one wall.
Oh, I think there's a pack behind these guys. Please get off the track. He did. Oiled it down a bunch for these guys. Keeping them nice and moist. It looks like they'll all miss everybody.
Slick.
I see.
Hydroplane.
The track is wet.
Oil plane.
Slippery. Anyway, Fragile Fred, still out there, still impressing. I'm going to make a claim. I'm going to say it nice and early in the season. I predict that 28 car is going to win the championship this year. I have a really good vibe from that 28 team. I think Fragile Fred going to put it all together. As you see there, a touching tribute to their friend they lost last season at Daytona. They used to say you'd hate to see the black 3 car in your mirror. That black and pink 28 might be just as fearsome.
And I'm so glad we were able to preserve Pierre's legacy with the 55 car here. So we got both Fragile Fred and Pierre's old car back on track. Two's better than one. I think these guys might have a special connection, even though there's going to be a new man or woman in the driver's seat every single week.
Or dummy.
Fuck!
Oh, wow!
No!
Dadgum!
Oh,
That gum spinning.
fine
Oh.
so far.
The 55 just kind of haphazardly rejoined up there. I don't know if that. All right, I think we're good, I guess. Jeez.
But is the 74? Yeah, it looks like he's good to go back there. So.
Oh,
No.
Didn't even go to the pits.
He don't need it.
He
Dump
said,
pits
fuck
to
it.
Chesty.
Another angle here.
Shut the hell
Yeah.
up, dude.
Thanks, Matt. Dadgum getting pushed by Fragile Fred. It was just a little too much there off turn 4. Gonna hook him with the toe hitch.
Man,
I just couldn't get rid of him.
Also.
Yeah, there was a.
Oh,
Walter tried to turn old Jeff there.
I will say, you know, I'm a big fan of Walter, but if he goes wrecks our car like that, I might have to beat his ass. And that's his son's old car too, so like, I don't know, man.
Maybe he just didn't want it out there. Bad omens. Anyways, after that terrific wreck avoidance by the 75 car, he's rolling back around here, still getting more practice. I have to say, he's already surpassed his son in terms of wreck avoidance. Pierre would have never missed that.
I think Pierre was very in his own head with all the anxiety of all the Pierre. Smoke confused me. I think Pierre was very scared and just didn't know what to do when that crash happened in front of him. I think his father a little bit more experienced in life. He knows how to dodge some bullets.
Was he in a war?
He could have been. I think he's like 60. Approximately, so not old enough for a Hans device yet, unfortunately. We're still working
old
with
enough
ARP.
to have been in Vietnam.
Yeah, you know, I'm actually hearing from TOECAR insider Rob Pockets. He actually was a draft dodger back in the day. Spent some time in jail, but, you know, lived on, which is more than his son can say.
Yeah, so he
since turn 3.
He doesn't dodge bullets, he dodges the draft, which isn't very helpful at Daytona.
I did everything right.
I mean, in theory, that does mean dodging bullets if you dodge the draft. So, I mean...
That's true, that's true. No bullets is better than some bullets.
Couple extra steps along the way, but yeah. Reese Ware, he had what can only be described as a horrendous Season 1 in Splint Cup. I'm really hoping for his sake and for the field's sake that he can turn it around. I will say, I did watch him rob somebody on the way into the track today, which is a little disappointing. But you got to fund your car somehow, and that's how he plans on doing it.
Now this car is cheaper to run each week than the Cup Series, so hopefully he shouldn't have to rob as many people. That should cut down on the crime rate wherever we travel each week. And there goes the 55, but he's going to save it. Man, why does Walter want to turn all his son's old cars?
I don't know, but we might need to have a stern talking with him after this one.
Bringing back bad memories, Mike. This has been a tough field to gauge. We've seen people rise in the scoreboard. We've seen people run really bad laps. Right now, Jackie said P1 in that 07 Guitar Hero car. All it takes is getting...
fourth backup or something.
That's another
Jackie
thing,
been
too.
in everything.
Who knows how many of the cars high up on this leaderboard have even run this lap with the current car they're running. Some of these laps were put up very early, and a lot of those cars did not last very long.
42 is still ahead on the chart of the 45 car, which is very impressive considering somebody just passed away in that car about 50 minutes ago. But, you know, Dale finished 12th without a pulse, so, you know, weirder things have happened in racing.
Oh. Well, from passing away to passing clink bottles, that 42 is on the right path. That 92, by the way, Derek Polk, he might have been out here this entire practice. I'm not sure he spent more than 2 collective minutes in the pit lane. I know they've been in a few wrecks. They already had the backup ready to go. He just jumped out and buckled right into the next ones. They might have 50 or 60 laps put down already.
Another team moving down a series. They got a lot of extra money now because they had a budget for the Cup Series cars, which probably cost about twice as much to make as these. You might think, how is that possible? These cars are missing a lot of important things, but it saves money. We wouldn't be able to have this series if we didn't cut costs. We'd only have one series, so can't
like
complain
Hans
too much.
devices. Who needs them?
Yeah, well, that was more of a clerical error on my part. Contracts, health insurance,
Rest in
all that
peace.
hogwash. It's very bad.
I hear they were giving roll cages half off, but then when they bought them, it was only half the roll cage.
Yeah, half off.
Well, you don't need one over the passenger side unless you have a passenger.
So far that
God
has
is
not been
my
necessary.
passenger.
Closest
Wait.
thing to it, Joe Swanson in the Cup Series with the Simon system, but
That's a passenger.
I mean, yeah, but he's built into the digital dash.
Who the
Like, it's a
fuck
whole
is
different thing.
Simon?
I don't know, but
His
he do be
passenger.
systeming.
Hey, it was good to see Joe back out here after winning the season finale last season in Pyongyang.
Joe's not out here.
He will be out here. He's not out here just yet. One of our graduates. moved
What
on
the
up to
fuck was
Sport
I
Cup
watching
Series.
then?
I'm not sure, buddy. I'm not sure. There we see the fastest car in practice right now. The 07 in the middle of this pack. Take a look. P2 right now is the 96, and I know what you're thinking. Harold Klott, right? Wrong. That's Lemmy Gdynia. Harold moved up both to the Cup Series, and he's also 1 year older, which means by legal contract, he will have to drive the 97 car in the Cup Series. We'll see him tomorrow for the Cup practice.
Oh, Lemmy. I tell you, man, Justin Siderhole, he's a fiery crew chief. Perfect pairing for this fiery driver. And then blue wheels, man. Look at them blue wheels.
Giving a nice push there to Joplin Moore, another newcomer. What am I saying? Most of these guys are newcomers. Anyways, go ahead.
Joplin's pretty used to 200-mile-an-hour headwinds. So he's been through it before.
Pretty interestingly, if you look at the top 10, it's about a 50-50 split of people who raced in Season 1 and people who are brand new. I'm not going to say I'd predicted that on the weigh-in today because realistically, a lot of these cars shouldn't know what they're doing. Most of these drivers have never been behind the wheel of a stock car before. Out here going 200 miles an hour at a much bumpier and less smooth Daytona than we were in the past.
Let's go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say, you got to think they're in for a challenge, but go ahead, Mike.
Let's go ahead and check the telemetry. Let's see, we're going 203, 202 miles an hour down the back straightaway in this little tiny pack here. You can only imagine what they're going to be getting up to when they get a line of 20, 30 cars all lined up, just keeping it floored wide open. We might see speeds upwards of 210.
And we were seeing those speeds on Cam Arrow. If you look on the top right of your screen, he's 39th right now. That is one of the slowest cars out there. And yet he's still going well over 200 at all times.
It's going to be a very quick week here, guys.
Don't look now, but we are at the 5-minute warning. 5 more minutes for you to practice before the season kicks off next week at Daytona. And as we all know, as soon as the season begins, we're in for what can only be described as an absolute slugfest. We're going to see people every single week crashing. We're going to see a lot of people hopefully battling for some interesting wins. We got pretty close to a couple photo finishes. I'm not sure we actually got one, but could be more of the same this year. Could see a completely different season. Really, nobody knows how this is going to shake out.
It's going to be an absolute slug sucker.
Come again?
You will.
Does Blue's hamstring have damage, or is that just the way that car looks?
I think that's the yaw, Mike. That thing is yawed out. And by yaw! I mean built incorrectly.
Yaw!
It's yawed out.
David Krappenschit's back in the pits.
Bathroom break.
Which one's he doing? We'll never know.
He's taking a number 12, Matt.
Go ahead.
Shave
Number 6,
Burns.
extra dip.
Speaking of the 12, there he is.
Victor Elane.
With red wheels. Lots of colors on these wheels this season.
Phil A. Mignon.
I think
Yeah,
they
I was
just
talking to
realized.
his crew chief, when to race. They think that the paint that they're using on those wheels has an advantage. So we'll have to see. You'll never know. Ryan Newman that one time at Charlotte, you just don't know.
There's a lot of variables to keep track of. All the different manufacturers. Almost everybody has a brand new crew chief from season 1. There's a lot of things.
Wheels too.
A lot of things changing really quick. Who knows who's going to show up on top? This might be the most spread out pack we've seen all practice over here. A lot of people scattered all around the track. You can see Derek Polk looks like he's finally coming in. We just talked about how he's run a bench essentially every lap possible. Gonna pull it off while the car's still mostly in one piece. Somebody we cannot say that for. Massive Chris.
Got some blue headlights back there on that Intrepid of the 51, a cease and desist. Very interesting choice. I think it looks good. Looks like a toy I had when I was a kid.
I like it. It's unique. It's unusual.
Looks like a car you get in a Happy Meal.
Well, you know, TOECAR insider Rob Pockets has told me the spotter for that team forgot his glasses on his way to this trip to Daytona. Afterwards, they figured out they needed a way to get the car spotted by the spotter, so they made the entire set of headlights completely blue, just taped right over them. And now I can see it just fine, hopefully.
Dad Gunn bringing her on in for the final time, I assume.
A couple of these guys might go out for a practice qualifying run, but I can't see anything more than that really happening right now with only this amount of time remaining.
See our nice matching TOECAR pit boxes mandated by the state.
TOECAR.
Brand new volunteers down on pit road.
Rapid Shit's come back out for another short run. Another hot
man.
merge.
We might need to change something about that because these guys do not like adhering to the apron before they get to turn 2. Some of these guys are pulling out on track at like 55 miles an hour. Just very, very tough to manage. Wow, that's condescending.
I love it. I fucking love it. That's amazing.
Well, you'd think Todd the Stained Trousers would be a little more insecure, but evidently he's the proudest man in the field. Just torturing those behind him, saying, "Am I in your way?"
No,
One of us have to talk here.
Super Mega
I'm
44
conceding.
car.
I was gonna say, change of pace. We thought he might be very, very quiet, reserved. Seems like he's loud and proud, just pissing himself weekly in that 19 team.
He's wearing them wet pants and stride. He's proud.
That depends, Mike.
He also wears those.
David Crapshit said, "Crap shit, let me get up in a pack real quick."
Now they're starting to get a little bit aggressive here in the last 2 minutes of practice. They want to see everything they got for Sunday. Or I keep saying Sunday. I don't know when these guys race canonically. Is it on Thursday?
Days that end in Y.
What?
That's all.
Yes.
Race when we say so.
Thursday.
Time doesn't
Thursday,
exist.
Thursday, yes!
All right, there you have it. It wouldn't shock me, by the way. There's a group of cars right behind this group, led by, I think, the 21 car.
Uh-oh.
We don't got the parts for this.
Wow, alright.
They'll hit the brakes.
That's one more braking attempt than we saw all season in Season 1.
Oh, shit.
Now they're good.
Here comes some more.
What I was going to say before they almost got LePage, I expected somebody in this group to put down a really fast lap to end the session. I don't think that's going to be possible now. Heading to what's essentially the white flag here.
We might see something out of Waffle Allen.
That is true. He caught these guys real quick when they all had to check up. Looking at the leaderboard.
Maybe not
On the
that
top
lap,
10.
but this lap.
If it'll
It'll-
count.
It all depends on if they get this group ahead of them.
Oh,
Oh, no.
They're stopping up there. Got a slow car. Who's that?
Another
it's
hot merge.
LW.
L-dubs.
That's
Looks like he's
definitely
gonna
a
stay-
You gotta pick a lane.
If he stays to the high side, it might not, and he did. Last chance to prove a point before the season begins.
Man, Lawful is on it right now. He wants that fastest lap.
Come on.
LW trying to get turned behind him. Let's see if these laps count.
See, can anybody sneak one last hot lap in here?
No.
Doesn't look like it. So
I
that
think
means
there's a group behind here. Yeah, those were the last two, I think, behind there.
so Jackie said is going to be the fastest person in season opening practice, running a 43.401. Second place is going to be the 96 car of newcomer. Let me get in you.
Oh, we got trouble in the back.
What's
Kobe
going on
Keith.
now? Oh, please don't hit him. There's no reason to be going fast. Wow. Making me sick.
The hell was Kobe up to? He's just... I don't even...
Wyatt's going to get in the
I don't
seats.
think Kobe did anything wrong here.
Oh,
He's
that
just a victim
crossover
of
gate.
circumstances.
Guys, you got to watch out for that crossover gate there off of turn 4. If you get in that thing, you can get pulverized.
Well, thankfully, Kobe Keith did not get across the line with very minimal damage. Well, let's try that one more time. Wrapping things up today, Jackie said in the 07 car, a 43.401 going to be your fastest time in the session. The 96 car of Let Me Get In You at P2. Reese Ware comes home in third of this practice with Dad Gum in fourth. I almost said Pierre. I wanted to say Pierre, but it's Fragile Fred Bush, P5 in that 28 car. Can he have a better turnout at Daytona than that car did last season? Victor Elaine in sixth. Seventh is going to be the 75 car of Walter Pressure. Eighth is Hut Strickland. Ninth is the 01 of Joplin Moore. And CJ Simpson rounds out our top 10 in that 37 car. Well, if that's what we're in for next week, it's going to be a mess. And I'm very excited to see what might happen. This has been the opening practice. Thank you for tuning in. And we'll see you guys next week for the season opener at Daytona.